let's move on to your serve. I think the main thing on your serve that you want to work on is getting to the correct racket drop. The stance here and your initial preparation look good. When you get to the trophy post here, I'd have your tossing arm extended a little bit further up, but that's a minor tweak. Otherwise, things look pretty solid. But there's a couple things on the racket drop. It's kind of hard to see. I think your racket is more or less down behind you here. But you're a little bit open, I think. It's kind of hard to tell from the vantage point of this, where the camera's set up. And not on this particular clip here, but on some other ones, we'll go to the back view. You haven't fully pushed off, and I think if I were you, I'd try to get the racket down a little bit more behind you. I'm not sure. Let's go to the back. It might be easier to see. Yeah, again, tossing arm extended up a little bit further. Yeah, see, here you haven't fully pushed off, and there's a lot of space here between your racket and your body. And I would try and get it closer to where you're trying to scratch your back. I mean, again, you don't obviously want the racket touching your back, but you could probably keep a little bit more elbow bend there and see if you can get a deeper racket drop. And let's quickly go over to Oliver here and just look at him and his racket drop. He's fully pushed off as opposed to you. You're a little bit inconsistent. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. And again, he's got more of an elbow bend. The racket, you can't see it, but it's further down than you're getting. If you go over to your elbow and arm position, it's higher than what Oliver's got. And the other, let's see if we can see it in this clip. Sort of, not really. I don't know if this is the best angle. Hold on a second. This is close enough. When you're in the racket drop here, you are bowed a little bit, and you want to have pulled yourself pretty much straight up when you get to the racket drop. If we go back to Oliver, he's in a totally straight line. And you do want to be bowed a little bit when you're in the trophy pose, but that's so you can use your core muscles to pull your body upright and get some extra racket head speed. And again, you haven't quite done that here. So that would be the main thing I would work on, is just really focusing on the correct racket drop position. The last two things on the serve I want to look at are your contact point and your follow through. And I know we had talked about this in your previous videos, and you're still a little bit too far to your left when you're hitting this. I think some of these might be slice serves, so you do want to toss the ball further to your left, but it seems like if you're going to hit a slice serve, the ball probably should be more over your shoulder, somewhere there. So move it over a little bit, and you should be good to go. Some of that might be the function of your racket drop position, but yeah, just if you move your toss over, that'll probably help your contact point. And the final thing is, I had mentioned this in the other video, your weight's still kind of moving to your right. You want to be into the court when you land in the direction that you're serving. And again, yeah, see the foot is pointing at, if that's your tennis bag, it's pointing at your tennis bag. You want to be going towards the deuce service box, and you could probably toss the ball a little bit further into the court. Again, depends on what serve you're hitting, but you can probably get a little more oomph on your serve by getting your body weight moving into the court. Finally, moving to your volleys, I think there's a couple things, quick things you can do that will help that shot. On the forehand, you sometimes it looks like your arm position breaks down or is a little bit inconsistent. You've got the proper arm position here, but then kind of straighten your arm out a little bit sometimes, and it varies from volley to volley. So what I would work on is just setting your arm position and then swinging from the shoulder. That's actually, I guess, the main point, a better way to phrase it. It doesn't always look like you're swinging from the shoulder, and it looks like you're swinging a little bit with your arm, elbow, wrist, whatever. That relationship doesn't always look consistent. And the other thing is you rotate your body a little bit when you hit, and you want to, again, swing from the shoulder, and that's about it. When you hit, this is right around contact, you're facing the net, you still want to be a little bit sideways, and then you continue to rotate. So there's too much upper body rotation there. And the other thing is, I would just the direction you step when you volley varies depending on where the volley is going, but I would focus on a very specific technique, get sideways, and then step in with your inside foot, and really just try and keep it as simple as possible and repeatable as possible while you put that shot together. And over here, if you look at Frank, I've got him at contact, and you can see he's still sideways. And the other thing he's doing that might help you is he's got his left arm, so it'd be your right arm since you're a lefty, out a little bit more. And back with you at your contact, your arm's over here now, and that could be one of the reasons you're opening up too soon. So if you try and mimic Frank's technique, that might hold your shoulder sideways a little bit. On the backhand, I think your arm position is much more consistent when you hit the ball. Looks more like a backhand slice. So that's good. It looks here. What's happening here? It looks like you're rising up a little bit, and you want to keep your weight down when you hit that shot. So that'd be the main thing I'd work on with the backhand. Stepping in again, which you're not really doing. You sort of do it step. You sort of do it there. But I would just really try and work the technique, a very specific technique. But you're pretty close, especially on the backhand. If you keep your weight down, I think that'll help you a lot, and maybe just shorten up the backswing slightly. Although you are, or actually not the backswing, the follow through. Although you are further back at the service line, so the strokes sometimes get a little bit longer back there. But more generally, your shots are looking good. Like I said, you made some significant improvements since the last video you posted. So go out, try that stuff, and then jump on the forums. Let me know how it goes. All right, man. Thanks.